Right. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's okay, keeping well, keeping safe, looking after themselves. What to talk about? I have no idea. I just thought I'd make a video random. I have no idea what to talk about, to be fair. Um, I mean, usually I do stuff around medication, but I suppose I could talk about does do does anybody think the medicate? Does anybody think medication, is there a place for it? Does anybody think it's worth taking? What I mean by that is there a much better alternative than pharmaceutical medication? I mean, I take quite a lot of medication, not just for psychiatric reasons or mental health medication. Obviously, people who watched any of my other videos um, will know I take mirtazapine. Uh, what's it called? I'm trying to think. Mirtazapine, duloxetine, 120 milligram, mirtazapine 45, and um, quetiapine. I can't think, 50 milligram. But I also take up plenty of other medication for various other issues. Like I have three inhalers for asthma. I have medication for my prostate because I have an enlarged prostate. I'm on roughly around about 10, this isn't that straight, 10 different medications a day. It's not right, is it? About 10 different medications a day, including the inhalers. And I often wonder, is it all necessary? I mean, I know Medicaid, my personal opinion is I think there is a place for medication, pharmaceutical medication, especially in acute illnesses. Um, I mean, I know medication, certainly as far as psychiatric medication is concerned, I know it's dug me out of a hole a few times. But on the other hand, like I've been on mirtazapine for about 8, 9 years, and I tried to lower the dose, and I can't. It tells me I'm addicted. I can't. I've tried to lower the dose to 30 milligram and see if I could wean off mirtazapine, but I can't do it, which that annoys me. That part annoys me. Obviously, it does help with sleep, although at 45 milligram, it's less sedative. And originally, I was given mirtazapine. I think it was for sleep issues at the time and depression. But what kind of worries me is I can't get off that stuff. So whereas on one hand, I believe medication's good for acute issues, acute illnesses, whether it's physical or mental health, etc. But is it use? Is it long term? It's a sort of, especially psychiatric medication. Is there an alternative? There is obviously there's therapies, but is there a food alternative out there? For example, the use of garlic is I use it instead of the flu jab now. So that's one thing off the list. I never seem to get any issues with colds or anything like that. So it is, that's just an example. I use raw garlic, chop it up to let the allicin activate. Once garlic's chopped up, it does activate a chemical compound called allicin, and it only does it when it's chopped. So what I tend to do is chop the garlic, leave it for about 20 minutes, and then get it on a spoon, squirt some honey on it, mix it round, put it on my tongue, and swallow it like a tablet. And I don't really get colds or anything like that. And if I do get a cold or something going on, I have two, I double the dose until it goes and it works. So what I'm saying is, like, is there more of a place for nutrition now rather than pharmaceutical medication, because I don't know, like I say, it just sort of makes me wonder that, the fact that I can't, or it worries me, the fact that I can't get off. I've tried to come off the mirtazapine and I can't, or lower the dose, and I find it a real struggle with the side effects, the withdrawals or whatever it is, from lowering the dose. Is it time? Is it time we started to focus more on nutrition and rather than chemicals, man-made chemicals? What do you think? Leave a comment, and what do you think? I mean, obviously, I think that there's certainly definitely a place for medication. There is, certainly in acute cases. However, long term, I mean, obviously there are illnesses that do require pharmaceutical intervention long term. But for things like, certainly like psychiatric medication, I know has certainly helped me get out of a hole or a bad place. But I just wonder if we should be on it a short period of time, or I've been on mirtazapine for 9 years. Should I have been weaned off that years ago? And they found a food alternative. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you comment, and what do you think? What do you think about pharmaceutical medication? Do you think do you think it has a place, in modern, medicine and society? I honestly think it does have a place, but I do believe if there's a nutritional alternative, we maybe should be using that, or at least use pharmaceutical medication for the short period and then maybe weaned off and given a food alternative. Because at least with a food alternative, you're going to get some other benefits from it, nutritional benefits, whereas with a man-made chemical, we're not. So I don't know. I just picked this random to talk about. I've not made this video with any planning or anything. I've just come on and just wondered what people thought, really. What do you think of, pharmaceutical medications? Is it of great? I'm sure that it is of great benefit to a lot of people, and it has been to me. But the long term, do you think it's of benefit? Obviously, there are illnesses that do require medication. I don't mean that, but if there is an alternative, say for cholesterol, I know there's foods your diet can alter cholesterol, rather than take the pharmaceutical medication. And if you can do it with food, well, you're going to get other benefits also, rather than take a man-made chemical every day. It's interesting. It's an interesting subject. I suppose, obviously, the pharmaceutical industry has to make its money somehow, and it's not going to make it out of people eating food as a food alternative. However, it's our bodies, not theirs. Like I say, it just always made me wonder about this when I tried to come off mirtazapine and just stick with the duloxetine and the quetiapine. But like I say, I couldn't. I only lasted a couple of hours, and I needed to add the extra 15 milligram again to the mirtazapine. So obviously, looks like I'm lumbered with the mirtazapine for life. Like I already stated on another video, I've started using CBD oil, and I find that for anxiety, and I find that just as effective, not more effective than the medication. However, I do not know if it's working Well, it is working in combination with the medication that I'm already on, but is it the CBD all on its own? It's helping with my anxiety. I don't know. But anyway, you know, what do you people what do you people think? Do you think your medication is something for life? Do you think it should be taken for life? Do you think, you know, we should be looking towards a food alternative for certain illnesses and um, what people, you know, we have to live with? And you know, it's I think if food can be used, should be used instead of pharmaceutical intervention. However, like I've said, there is a need also for pharmaceutical intervention. Um, well, like I say, it's bailed me out a few, you know, quite a few times. Obviously, I need it for my prostate at the minute to relax the muscles around my bladder. But then again, is there a food alternative out there to do it? You know, to substitute that medication? If there is, I'd rather use the food. That's my, you know, what I think. But I do, like I say, I do think there's a place for meds, you know, pharmaceutical meds, but I also think there's a place for food also to replace some of those medications. Drop me a comment and see what you think. Give me your opinion. And the other thing I'll say is thank you to any subscribers that have subscribed and liked videos. Please subscribe, drop a like, dislike, whatever, you know, and I'll try and make some more videos soon. But like I say, this was random. I didn't have anything. I just pressed play on the recorder and started waffling on about meds. Right, I shall speak to you soon. See you later and keep well.